And he said, well, she only has 8 fingers and 8 toes, which was really strange because all through my pregnancy, people would say to their dad, what do you want, a boy or a girl? And he'd say, I don't care as long as it has 10 fingers and 10 toes. He told me she had a cleft palate, a hole in the roof of her mouth. She wouldn't be able to suck a nipple, and she wouldn't be able to nurse. And I said, can she see? And he said, well, we really don't know. Her eyes are still swollen from birth. We'll just have to wait and see. I said, can she hear? And he said, well, her ear canals are so tiny, we can't actually look in and see eardrums. We'll have to wait and see. And I was standing outside the nursery window where you just look in the window to see the baby. There was only one baby in there. And I thought, that poor baby, she's all alone. All the other mothers, all the other babies are with their mothers. And this baby's all alone because her mother doesn't want her. And I'm the mother. Again. So the time came to take him home from the hospital, and Heather had her new little baby doll. And I had Logan, and we went home to be a happy little family. And whenever I tube-fed Logan, Heather tube-fed her little baby. It had a little tube stuck to its face. So we were just one happy family. And
I managed to make my way through high school and went on to obtain a Bachelor of Science degree in psychology from the University of Utah. That was really hard work in the midst of dealing with my disabilities. Due to my multiple disabilities, I found it difficult to function in a typical work environment after college. Just taking care of myself, my health, and learning to live independently as possible is a full-time job. In my spare time, I like to express myself through writing. I also like to read, do research about autism and nutrition, and play chess. Reaching for food at the back of the fridge is not easy, as this requires that I take out the food in the front first, and sometimes I still need a tool for extension. This really limits the areas where I can store food. I also don't use the oven. The risk of falling in doesn't seem at all appealing. Knowing what drives and motivates the patient offers the doctor and the patient the opportunity to work together as a team. As you can see, a doctor can have great influence in the lives of their patients, for good or for bad. To have the most effective involvement from the patient and create the most successful outcomes, it is of utmost importance for doctors to consider all aspects of the patient's life, including their abilities and their disabilities.
Y'all look great in your underwear, by the way. I earned my associate's degree in graphic design from Utah Career College, which is a trade school, back in 2000. In order to do all this, I had help from vocational rehabilitation, which is a government program designed to help people with disabilities. As far as income, I apply for Social Security disability insurance. It pays for all my living expenses, and Section 8 housing pays the majority of my rent. This is a major source of shame and humiliation for me, though. I hate feeling like a freeloader or like I'm not contributing or being self-efficient monetarily. I didn't really know how to, talk about it with anybody. No one really understood, and I didn't understand most of all. I was in denial for my whole life. All through high school, I was in denial about being different. So I sort of acclimated myself to society's rules and standards so that I would blend in, which has helped me out. I mean, it's not that it's a bad thing. It's helped me out a lot. I know how to communicate. I know how to act, but it's getting way too tiring now. I'm getting so tired of having to act like everybody else. I'm sort of breaking into myself now finally, and I'm just like, I'm so sick of trying to please everybody. So now I'm trying to be more like myself, which is sort of, it's scary and it's a lot of fun, and I'm starting to enjoy it a lot. So I like to do stuff like this. I want to do more, especially through my art. I'm